welcome to the second video of the series. In the last video, we discussed about the complete architecture and two different flows which we are going to use. The first one was the CI/CD and deployment pipeline, where basically we have all the tools uh, being used to deploy the required resources. And the second flow was the actual event-driven flow, which is basically uh, all the combination of AWS services, right? So in the second video, as we mentioned earlier, like we are going to perform or explore the Terraform side of the things, like how we are going to uh, provision all the resources and how we are going to use Terraform for that. Okay, I have already created the modules using uh, Gemini 3.6. Okay, and here's the project directory, and here we have all different modules. So in this particular scenario, we are going uh, with the modules of Terraform. Basically, for each set of services, we have a module which is going to create the resource. So, for example, compute, we have ECR, we have IAM, we have S3, we have S2. So these all modules are there and they are going to create their own resources. Okay. And here we have main.tf, which is basically going to call these modules. And so, for example, if you see here, for example, this one, the module one, we are directly referencing the S3 module here, and we are creating the S3 bucket here using this module. Okay, and here we are passing the environment variable and the project name. And same for the SQS, and then the ECR. Then we have IAM roles related things. So we are doing that here. And then we have compute and EventBridge orchestration, which is basically, we go here to the compute, we'll see. So what all things we are creating. We see here we are creating the event bridge or basically event rules. Okay. And then we have our ECS cluster, the task definition required to create one task in ECS. And then we have another ECS task definition for the processor side of things. And then we have the target setting for the uh, so basically, we have to set a target there in the event bridge, right? So this is what we are doing here. So this is what it is doing, and these are modules we are going to use. So, like if you want to understand the complete working of the Terraform, you may refer to my one of my old video, like where we have given a very in-depth introduction or uh, a shared understanding on how to create different resources using Terraform. So there's a C playlist for that. I'll probably tag it here. So let's start with this. Okay, so we are inside Terraform. So we'll do Terraform init, and it will initialize the Terraform, and it will check for all the models which we have created and the versions and everything which we are using. Okay, so it takes some time, like a few couple of seconds. Okay, it is up. So once this is done, we'll do Terraform. Okay, so there are two things which we can do: Terraform format, and we also have Terraform. Okay, let's do Terraform format again. Okay, so now everything is fine. Now let's do Terraform validate. So it will basically check for all the syntaxes and things. So there shouldn't be any errors. Mm, okay, success. Now we'll do Terraform plan. So basically it is going to create a plan for all the resources it is going to create in AWS. Okay, so it is reading all the configuration from here, whatever we have created. Okay, so we need like what all resources we need, it is going to create them. Okay, so if you see here if you scroll from top, Terraform will perform the following actions. It will create this one, will be created, this will be created. So like that, it is going to create around how many resources? 23 to add and 0 to okay. So changes to the output. Okay, so if you see DLQ AR and we are printing ECS repository URL, sorry, ECR repository, ECS cluster, event rule, execution role. So all these things it is going to do. Okay, let me do now Terraform apply. So before we do that, so one thing I missed here to mention in this video. So before you start working in Terraform, make sure you have your AWS CLI configured, like you are using a profile, you're like just create one IAM role or a user and just create a profile in your AWS CLI and use that because Terraform is going to use the AWS configuration to generate the resources or create the resources in your AWS account. Okay. So I'll do Terraform apply. So once I do that, so it is going to read the plan which we have created. Okay, so now it is asking for a permission. So if I do yes, so it is going to create the resources. It started creating the resources. And let's see. So okay, so till then it is running. Let's check the variables. What all things we have passed there. Okay, project name is yes. We are going to use this to search in AWS. Okay. Okay. Sometime it takes like minutes, or sometime like it can take about 5 to 10 minutes as well, depending on number of resources and the kind of resource which we are creating. So generally S3, these are like these resources doesn't take much time, so it will be completed within like 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so it's almost done. Mhm. Okay, still running. Okay, it is done. So I have put down some outputs, so hence it is showing us all the created resources URLs and their ARNs basically. Okay. So we'll check that later. So first I'll just go to my AWS account. So if you go here, I have like open the AWS resources, and here I have filtered like whatever we have tagged on. Okay. So let me do this. Let me refresh this page. And okay. So I guess we have tagged only the S3 and the ECS, so it is showing them these only. So if you see, we have cloud native data engineering final dev, one bucket, and then cloud native dev raw, native data engineering raw dev. Okay, so these two buckets it has created, and it has also created the cluster. So if I open this cluster here, so you'll see the configuration here. Okay, so we have these things in place. So we can check scheduling tasks, schedule tasks. Okay. So if you see here, this is like a dummy one which is like created. Like right now we have set a schedule for rate like every 1 hour, so it is going to trigger this task every 1 hour. Because right now we don't have much there to test. So in this video we are just checking the creation of the resources. So so it seems to work fine. Okay. I'll go back to just open this, and it is it is there. Okay. And similarly, we can look for the event bridge. Okay, so I'll do event bridge. Okay, I just open it in new tab, and here we can go to schedules. Uh, okay, event rules. Uh, okay, go to schedule rules. Yeah, here it is. So if I open this, So right now it is showing only one because we have set it one only for one. And then in target, you can see we have target name is cluster. This cluster, so basically from this cluster, it is going to pick the task and it is going to run it. Okay. And these are the default subnets which are there. So it has assigned to our, okay. And all right. So yeah, I mean, it has created all the resources which we need, and we check the SQS. Okay, let's check the SQS. Let me open this. Let's see. Unknown section. Okay, let me copy this again. So I'll search for SQS and just click on it. So sometime it is bit slow. I mean, depending on the type of service which we are trying to access, or sometime depends on the network as well. Okay, so it is loading. So if you see, we have both queues, like our main queue and then the dead queue as well. So this is our dead queue, and this is the main queue. So dead queue is basically your retry queue. So basically, like whatever messages were dead or it was not able to process them. So DLQ is going to retry those messages or the members. Okay. So okay. So now another interesting part about Terraform is like once we are done with checking everything, because right now we don't need these resources to be up and running because it is going to incur us some cost, right? So what I'll do instead of because we are almost at the end of this video, so I'll just try to destroy them. Okay, so I'll do Terraform destroy. And one more interesting thing which you will be able to see is you can open the TF state just to verify like what all resources you have currently. So if you see here, you have that list of dictionaries, basically the dictionary or the JSON will contain the all the information about the resources. Okay, so this is how you can verify. So yeah, I mean, okay, so it is asking for the confirmation, so I'll do yes. So we just check the current state. Okay, now once this is done, we'll again check this file. So it is deleting them. Okay, it is done. So let's go back to the TF state file. And if you see here, the resource block is empty, the output is empty because there's nothing there to be checked, right? So just to verify this, we'll just go here and I'll refresh it. So there's no queue. And if I go back here and if I refresh this page, yeah, no resource found, right? So this is how we use Terraform to create resources and destroy them. So that's all for this video. And in the next video, we'll focus on the containerization and the use of ECR, how we are actually going to use the ECR. Okay. So that's all. Thank you so much for watching the video and have a good one. Bye-bye.